Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Political Demon. In this video, we will discuss about some of the important topics like the South China Sea and all the fishing areas that are, located in the world. So first of all, let me come to South China Sea. Before starting off with the major fishing areas in the world, I just wanted to, make sure that you know a little about South China Sea. So South China Sea, this is where it is located. So we have Philippines Sea here. Then we are surrounded by the Pacific Ocean. Then we have the Parcel Islands, so Gulf of Tanika, Gulf of Thailand. So all these form a part of South China Sea. Now, South China Sea is covered by China, Taiwan, Philippines, Malaysia. This is the capital, Brunei, and Vietnam. So all these six places constitute to form South China Sea. Now, the major islands located here are the Parcel Islands. It is a disputed area between China and Vietnam. China controls it, but Vietnam claims that it belongs to Vietnam. Spratly Island, it is a disputed area between China, Vietnam, Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan. Then Sarcobror Sholas, it is a disputed area between China and Philippines. So it is one of the largest fishing grounds by catch volume. So it depends upon the amount of fish that they catch, and in that term, this is one of the largest areas. So another important thing about South China Sea that I wanted to mention, just a second. So another important thing that I wanted to mention about South China Sea is it is rich in methane, and this is methane hydrides, written methane hydrides. So this is known as fire ice. So this ice has a lot of potential to replace petroleum and petroleum, diesel, and everything, fossil fuels, what we call. So it has a great capacity to replace these in the coming days. So if they ask you what is fire ice, just remember that it is associated with methane hydride. It is found in the South China Sea, and it is a source of energy. So that is it with the South China Sea. Now in the world, if you look, see, these are all the different locations of fishing grounds. Geographical reasons for the formation of fishing grounds. So there's a high chance of UPSC asking on this. There is a lot of concepts involved also. So the major fishing grounds of the world is one, the South China Sea that we already saw. Then if we come here, we have the Indonesia, Philippines, and Somalian Islands. So these region, Australia, Solomon Islands, sorry, Solomon, not Somalian, Solomon, Philippines, Indonesia. So this is one of the major fishing grounds. And here, this region, it is a part of Peru and Chile region. So this also becomes an important fishing ground. And here, the North Sea, Norwegian Sea, English Channel. So these are also important fishing grounds. Now, the major reason why all these South China, Peru, North Sea, Indonesian Sea are good in fishing grounds is because of the presence of these cold currents. Humboldt Current, Venezuela Current, Canary Current, California Current, and there are more. But these are the major cold currents associated with the fishing grounds. So Humboldt Current, Peru and Chile, Venezuela, Namibia, and Angola. This is in the African continent. Canary Current, Morocco, Western Sahara, again in the African Current, California Current, Oregon, and also in the California region. So now an important thing about these cold current is when they are passing through a land, right? So when they are passing through the land, suppose we take this Humboldt Current in the Chile region. So we have Coriolis force in the left, in the south. So this is the equator. In the south, due to Coriolis force, it will deflect. The wind coming will deflect to the left, and in the north, it will deflect to the right. Right. So now what happens here in the southern hemisphere where we have Peru and Chile, the wind coming will deflect these, the wind will be deflected to the left because of the Coriolis force. So when the wind is deflected to the left, right, so what happens? Also the water that we have here, the top surface of water, so let me just redraw this diagram here. So now this area, if you take the top surface, even the water in the top surface will be moved, right? So it will be moved. What happens when the top layer of water is displaced? The cold layer will come up. When this cold layer comes up, there is rich presence of the primary producers called the zooplanktons. PLNK, yeah, that's right. Zooplanktons, and you have the phytoplanktons and all that. So these are the primary producers, right? So because of which the fish will get a good feed. So now the fish, the major reason why the fish thrive in this region is because they can feed on this zooplankton. And one of the major reasons is upwelling zones where the cold water from the beneath the sea surface is coming up, because the wind above is moving the warm layer of water. Then also the reasons why these regions are famous for fishing is because the shallow continental seabeds. So because what happens when the seabed is shallow, there will be rich sunlight. Phytoplanktons can thrive in, because of the sunlight. The oxygen content will be better. So all that factors help in fishing areas. Mixing of warm and cold currents. Also, when warm and cold currents mix up, there will be a proper sunlight that will be present in the water, and oxygen levels will be monitored. So that is one of the reason. And monsoon systems also cause a very good breeding ground for the fishes. Then also the river deltas, the Ganges delta, and everything. So these are the reasons why there is good fishing grounds in the world. And what happens when these area, the wind is blown, right, this part of the area becomes dry. There will be no moisture or whatsoever. The air is dry in these regions, and because of that, wherever there is good fishing grounds and presence of good cold currents, adjacent to that we have very large deserts also. So Peru and Chile region, this region we have the Atacama Desert, and in the Benegula Current we have the Namib Desert, and Canary Current leads to the formation of Sahara Desert, and California, Baja California. So all these gives rise to deserts in the world. So this was all about the ocean currents and some important locations in our UPSC Prelims and geography content. So if you enjoyed this video, please do hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more such depth and detailed explanation. Thank you. See you in my next vlog.